This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. CD, always more eyes on these night games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
First down, and they go with Swift again. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From just shy of midfield, Goff, that one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 43 yards. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And able to find Allen Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Second and 5 now. Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got first and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells that offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers now on third and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to Lazard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Gone. Dancing to his left.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the gun, here's Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield, here's Rodgers.
And complete once again to Watson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Gets past one man, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Goff. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Goff.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Throwing is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
And this one too low.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the interception, here's Goff. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And some room to maneuver.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, it's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Goff now looking to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Goff throwing again. Touchdown!
Jared Goff connecting with DJ Chark. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Don't give him enough. Don't give him enough. Dig down deep. They gotta walk that walk, baby. Let's ride out. Let's ride out. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's dominate this.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
The Packers with the football here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll go again to Jones. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll run for it with Dillon.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Rodgers going to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on third, Goff. And he'll just get rid of it.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Let's go, fellas. I'm back to it, boys.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Rodgers.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go back to the ground with Jones.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
13 yards, first down, Packers. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Rodgers now on first down. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
I got you, baby.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at about the 28. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Second down at 5.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will take over. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some space here.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
You're going to be big time now. Keep grinding, keep grinding. Let's roll. It's game time.
So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.